There it is in the daylight. Came out damn good. Another job well done. So well, in fact, $350 and no less. And if I get $400 for that one, we're talking $750 for 2 walk behinds. But considering these things are $549 plus tax, which is roughly $585 out the door, saving almost $200. Plus, in a lot of ways, these are better. This was a 3-in-1 bag, mulch, and discharge. I have the discharger for it, so ones now they don't have the discharge anymore. At least not the ones I saw. But yeah, that paint came in practically spot on. Let me go get the discharger for it. Those are good units. Don't have a striper anymore. It was shot. When they go, I don't usually replace them. It's just not worth it, because actually the thing cut really nice. Had some nice striping going on even without it. With it, forget it, even better. But hang on, let me get that side discharger. You know, if I had been doing this and not even mowing lawns back in the day, 20 years ago, if I had been focused in on this, right, and I had a pickup truck and I just kept to myself, forget it. By now, I would have been a big-time business owner for sure. For sure. We used to have one on Cranberry Road. I knew the kid, you know, because his father and grandfather operated the thing. He didn't want to carry on the family business, so I think they closed. He was born into the wrong family. I should have born into that family. I would have kept it going happily. And he was also the type of person that would take his car to the 10-minute oil, 10-minute lube, oil change place. Not even change his own oil. And he grew up, raised to fix things. I don't get that. But that's the way millennials are. I mean, yeah, I can't blame the guy. He wanted to do what he wanted to do, fine. But, I mean, when you're handed a successful business in your lap, I don't know. If it was me, I would have taken it over for sure by now. But that's just me. And we used to have one on Riders Lane, 5 minutes from here. That one's been gone even longer. The only one left around here is in Spotswood, which is, for me, almost a 15-minute ride. But anyway, get that side discharge, take photos of it, and get it listed. And then we're going to move on to that one. That one's going to go much faster. Like I said, the only setback on that one's going to be paint, but I'll figure something out. I always do. There we go, we got that for it too. The only thing I don't have for it is the mulch plug, but it mulches fine without it, so no big deal. So it's officially a 3-in-1, so it's good to have that. That ensures I'm going to definitely get the $350 for it. I'm not taking any less. If they ask for less, I'll just say, listen, you can go pay $585 at Lowe's, and they're out of stock. So you can either pay $585 at Lowe's, if you can find one, or pay $800 plus tax for the other one. $714.21, 2 times, it's 42, and then 2 more times, it's 48, 1 more time, 55, $855. You can pay either $855 or $555 retail, or you can pay $350. Your choice. Let's start it up real quick, huh? Choke. Fuel back on. But considering this thing, you know, cosmetic wise, where it was, I don't know how long it sat outside of whoever's it was before mine, but it sat outside my backyard for 2 years. Considering it sat outside for as long as it did, and I got it back into this condition, it's a miracle. And you know what, though? I say, had things gone the way they did 20 years ago, it doesn't matter, because you know what? You can't go back, and that's the way it went, okay? Like, that's the way the book was written. That's the way it had to go. I had to learn the hard way. And back then, you know what? I don't know. I've come a long way. Personal growth wise, just my ability to do things on my own. And then, you know, YouTube too, another huge factor. You didn't have that back then. But I expanded my mind over the last 10 years, especially in the last 5. I really expanded my mind and started thinking outside the box. It took getting older to do that. That's just not something I had the ability to do when I was younger. You know? So, if you're young and you can, especially with YouTube now, you've got a huge advantage for yourself. The only disadvantage is how much longer is the gas stuff going to be around before they go all electric. It might happen so soon, I might be looking for a different line. At least a line of work. At least when it comes to this, the push mowers and the 2-cycle stuff. Right now, the lawn tractors are still gas powered. The 0 turns are starting to go battery too. All of it. Even the snow blowers. But, you know, in commercial applications, there's just not a snowblower that you can use commercially unless you have 50 of them batteries, and they're heavy, big, almost car, the size of a car battery. So what are you going to do? Carry around 50 batteries to run a snowblower? That's why I think for certain things we're not there yet, or electric isn't the answer, because they've already said there's not enough lithium ion to supply the world's demand. And what they had to do to get that stuff, the tearing into the earth, is just as bad as, you know, get oil. So they still haven't found it yet, in my opinion. My opinion is eventually they're going to figure it out. It's going to be hydrogen combined with something else to make it stable, that burns free, and it's virtually abundant. You'll never run out. I think that's where the key is. But for right now, they're on the electric, the whole electric thing. But in my opinion, it's going to be a phase and a fad that's eventually going to move on to something else. But for now, gas is still king at the moment. Unfortunately, it's very expensive because the federal government is pushing too fast, too hard for the electric. And plus, the old man just, he cut out the Keystone Pipeline. I mean, we were energy independent, and it's just, hey, I didn't vote for the guy, so let's start it up. And before Trump, during Obama, I was almost ready to change to an independent. I was tired of both parties, because nobody wants to work together. But then you know what? He came in, and he actually got some stuff done. And I supported him. Let me get a clamp. And just because I supported him doesn't make me some radical. You know, I wasn't at the Capitol. Okay? Because that's how they try to shame us now. They say, oh yeah, you're a bunch of radicals, this and that. No, we're a bunch of racists. No, not even that. You know what? I've met people of other colors that were more racist than white people. True story. But I'm not. I'm not going to say if I ever was, but I can tell you right now, I am not. In 2022, in my opinion, we are all equal. End of story. Character, not color. I just noticed that if I run this right now with that muffler, it's gonna get my sticker hot in the location I put it. Originally there was a sticker here, you could see it. Now it's got one there. Most people don't ever use this, but just including it, but I'm not gonna run it with it because I'll end up melting that sticker and I don't wanna do that before the thing sells. That was the first start since I've washed it. So the oil was good on this one. Gave it a new air filter, fresh gas, cleaned the carburetor, sharpened the blades, replaced the wheel, repaired the gear situation, they were backwards, added a piece that was missing, found a bag for it last year. Right, what else did I do? Replace the top because the gas tank is incorporated, so replace the top. Good. Replace the one wheel, I think I mentioned that. Spark plug I left alone. Cleaned it. Repainted these things. Repainted the handlebars. Repainted the deck. Like I said, if it wasn't a Honda, if it was another brand, I probably wouldn't have went through all that trouble. So. Luckily, the only part I had to buy was the wheel. Well, and the bag, but that was last year already. It is what it is. And $7.50 worth of paint maybe I spent. Runs smooth out now. It's a little too low on the low end. And it's almost out of gas. Yep. She's golden. Alright, take photos, get her listed. So that mower is a 2020, excuse me, 2000, and it's 2022, 22 years old. Not bad for a 22-year-old unit. Don't look 22 years old, that's for sure. 3-speed, with a throttle, 160cc, rear wheel drive, 21-inch cut, 3-in-1 bag mulch discharge. Don't get much better than that. I had one time it had the caster wheels. It was just like this, except it had the caster wheels. That was nice. Somebody liked that because it makes it easier to turn. It's like a 0-turn mower, infinite turns. You don't have to do all the going through this trouble. The wheels just spin around for you. That was cool. They don't make those anymore. That was a nice one. That's the only other Honda I ever had. I haven't had many Hondas. So this is the, I believe, second one, and that's the third one. So Hondas, as far as push walk-behinds go, I haven't had many versus other brands. I've had one Honda tractor that got $1,700, and what, one or two of those rear engine rider ones. You don't see too many Hondas versus the other brands, the Toros and the Craftsmans and the, you don't come across as many Hondas, because either they don't break down as often, and people hold on to them longer, or whatever it is, you just don't see as many. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to take some photos now. Maybe take a little bit more at twilight when it's really, you know, the perfect timing. Although now is not bad. And then, she's getting listed right now, and then I'm gonna be moving on to that one immediately. Fuel system, oil change, that's the main things with that one. Just an overall tune-up, and then wash, and then a little bit of cosmetic as far as paint goes. Wheels are, I already put the new wheels on. That's the one other thing it needed. And I had a cable. Alright guys, thanks for watching.